Welcome back to Memoir 44. We're doing the Payagyi Burma mission, and I've totally forgotten that Japanese infantry can ignore the first flag. They don't retreat. And I think I did that a couple times. Apologize. Messed that up. We're going to try to remember it from now on. So yes, the Japanese infantry don't retreat. The Japanese armor units will retreat, though. It's just the infantry that does not like going backwards. I believe, yes, infantry. All right, carrying on. It's time for us, Commonwealth, to get going. Our left flank has been kind of decimated. Our right flank still looking good. We got 3 in the center, dig in, 3 on our right flank, 2 probe, 3 on the right. We only have 2 units on the right. Let's go with our 3 in the center. So let's figure out which 3 units going to activate. I do believe we're going to activate these guys, our full units here. We're going to activate our armored little Stuart tanks, and we will activate these guys here, our full unit. So center, center, center. Yep, got it. All right, let's get down and do some movement. All right, first up, we are going to have our tanks moving 3. They're going to go 1, 2, 3 across the bridge. And yep, they can attack from right there. Then we're going to have this infantry go 1, 2. They're going to capture the bridge, which gives us a temporary medal as the Commonwealth. And of course, they move 2. They can't do anything else. So at least we get a temporary medal. We are now up to 4 medals with the temporary. These guys can move 1, and I don't know if I want to move them at all. I think we are just going to leave them once again hiding out in the jungle. They can fire at these guys. Rice paddies don't block line of sight. Fordable rivers don't block line of sight, so we can fire at them. Alright, let's have our attacks happen. Alright, we're going to start off with our infantry hiding out in the jungle, shooting at the Japanese infantry here. 3 dice, 2 dice, 1. Neither the streams nor the rice paddies block line of sight. This is just a single die. We are hoping for a hit because the Japanese at full strength are not to be trifled with. We get a hit, yes. So we knock them down 1. That gets rid of their ability of the +1 die in close combat if they are at full strength. Excellent. Alright, we have some armor up here. It's going to be doing kind of the same thing. Alright, our armored attack here is 3 dice into the jungle, -2 into a jungle for armored units. But we will do that anyway. We're rolling 1 die. Once again, we're looking for 1 hit, just 1 hit. And we get a tank, which is nothing, so they're hiding out in the jungle space quite effectively. And our tank does nothing. Alright, we get another card. We get Close Assault. Ooh, I kind of like the sound of that, but we don't want to get too close to the Japanese. Alright, speaking of the Japanese, it is now their turn. Alright, it's the Japanese turn, and they are going to play Move Out. Issue an order to 4 infantry units. Terrain movement battle restrictions still apply if you do not command any infantry units. Oh boy. 4 infantry units for the Japanese. Get activated, and I smell some pain coming up for the Commonwealth. So the first infantry they're going to activate is right here in the jungle. Yeah, that's bad. There's 1. Second one they're going to activate is right here. The 3. The 3rd and 4th are going to be these guys and these guys. Alright, it's movement time for the Japanese. Alright, the Japanese over on their right flank. These guys are going to move out of the jungle. They're going to go 1 space only to there. They will, of course, be able to attack. These guys are going to go 1 space into the rice paddy. Now, they must stop movement, but they can attack. Armored units can attack if they move into rice paddies. But infantry can. Let's flash the card up here. Infantry and armor must stop and may move no further. Infantry and armor that moving can only move 1 space out of there. And passable artillery. Infantry on a rice paddy hex does not have any combat restrictions. So there we go. Armor moving in, out cannot combat. So armor units going in and out of the rice paddies cannot combat, but infantry can. Alright, they got 2 more units to activate. Oh, I just don't like this. Now if they move, I believe it's been a while, if you move into a town, can you attack or are you done? Towns and villages. Units moving in must stop and may move no further. A unit moving in cannot battle. Okay, so if the Japanese move into the town there, they can't battle. So what they're going to do instead, they're going to go around the town because they can move to and battle if they are in close assault. So 1, 2, they move right here, and yeah, close assault to our our tanks, unfortunately. And the other unit they're going to move is right here, and they are going to move. They're going to move 1, 2, and they have to stop when they get to the river. They also get to attack. Oh boy, I can see the end of the Commonwealth coming up here. Oh, this is bad. And the Japanese are already at 5 medals. I'm playing to 8, so things are going to get pretty ugly right here. All right, let's go over to their right flank and have the first attack happen. Things are not looking good for our Stuart tank, our one little Stuart tank. So normally it'd be 3 dice, but because they're the Japanese, they get +1 die if they are at full strength. Infantry at full strength in close assault battles at +1 die. Wow. Just wow. So they're rolling 4 dice against our little Stuart tank bogged down in the river. Yeah. Whoa! Just about knocked the camera over. And it was a bit of an earthquake. Wow, they just pull it off though, but that's enough for them to get their 6th medal. 2 more, and it's game over for the Commonwealth. All right, let's carry on. All right, our poor little Stuart tanks are just getting hammered on. So these guys, 3 dice +1, 4 dice against the 2 Stuart tanks there, and let's hope they don't annihilate them. And they can't. Oh wow, they can't retreat either. Whoa! Explosion! Boy, there's earthquakes, there's mortar shells, there's things blowing up and falling down all over the place. I believe those guys were there. If not, I'll fix it. Alright, 4 dice. 2 grenades. Oh boy, our Stuart, that's 7. 7 medals for the Japanese. Oh wow, we are getting absolutely crushed. Absolutely crushed, and it is not over yet. They still have more attacks to go. Alright, the Japanese here have a full complement attacking the bridge. The bridge does not give us any sort of bonus. It does in Tide of Iron, it does not in this game. No movement restrictions unless bridge is destroyed. No combat restrictions. Do not block line of sight. Ay, ay, ay. On and on and on. Here we go. This is bad and about to get worse. 4 dice attacking our Commonwealth infantry. Oh man. Alright. Try not to knock into the camera or throw dice around. And okay. That is actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So it is just 1 hit and 1 retreat. So we must back up, and we're going to back up down the road because we want to be far away from these guys who now get to take another shot at our units. And they will go ahead and shoot at the same unit that just had to retreat. So, and we lose our temporary medal. It's gone. Or hang on, I think it says the last one that occupied the bridge. So I think we still have it. These guys are going to go 3, 2, 1. 1 die against our retreating Commonwealth troops. And another flag, so we have to retreat again. And can we quite see it? We have to back up down the road some more. So we got to the bridge and got absolutely pushed off the bridge. It's the end of the Japanese attacks. And they get another card. Over we go back to us, the heavily beaten upon Commonwealth troops. Alright, things are not going well for us. We are going to be playing probe, order 2 units in the center. I think that's probably our best option. Yeah, this is getting not so good. These guys, you know what? We're gonna have them activate, and we will have. Oh boy, we're really in trouble, and we'll have these guys activate. Does that sound like a good idea? Yeah, I think so. Well, no, I think we're going to have these guys activate. Could be dangerous, but we'll see. All right, it's movement time. Well, these guys are going to move into the river space. It doesn't stop them from attacking, but it does stop them from doing any more movement. They don't want to move anymore anyway because they want to attack. And these guys are just going to move right on to the road, the bloody road, and there we go. 2 attacks. All right, let's start with... We are going to start with, it doesn't matter. We're going to start with these guys right here. Get out the dice tray. Can we see this? 3 dice against Japanese. Now remember, they do their infantry, they ignore the first flag. Oh, sweet revenge. Holy man. They absolutely tear these guys a new one in the river. Wow. And then the other troop here is just going to do the same thing. They only need 1 hit to take them down. And, oh, jeez. Wow. That is absolutely, I guess that was a crossfire. They were stuck into the river, and that is our 5th medal if we keep control, or we were the last ones to control the bridge. I believe that's how that works. We are now sitting at 7 medals for Japanese and 5 for Commonwealth, but it is now the Japanese turn. We get a card. Recon 1! Yay, we can get a jungle attack card if we use it. And we've got nobody on the left side. I don't even think we can play that, can we? Yeah, I guess you can play it if you have no units. It'll do nothing except give us a jungle combat card. Alright, over we go for the end of the episode today. Back to the Japanese. They just need 1 more kill, and it's game over for the poor Commonwealth. Oh dear, here they come. They're going to play artillery bombardment, which they don't have any artillery. But it says, if you do not command any artillery, issue an order to 1 unit of your choice. The 1 Japanese kamikaze crazy unit of their choice will be this one. And you can just smell what's going to happen. Alright, they get to move 2 and attack, and it's a full unit. So these guys storm onto the bridge, which takes away our temporary medal. You can't, can you quite see that? Let me just readjust the camera. Which I didn't need to do because everything's in frame. So the temporary medal goes back, and if they stay there at the end of their turn, they will control it. And yep, because they're the Japanese, they can move 2 and attack. And not only do they get to move 2 and attack, they have a full unit. They get +1 die. These guys are just out in the middle of the road in a lot of trouble. So it's basically 4 dice attacking the Commonwealth. Now, if they take out 2 of these guys, well, then that's the end of the Commonwealth forces, and that is game over. The Japanese have just knocked out 2 of these guys, and one of them becomes their 8th medal. They can take ground, but they're not going to because they want to sit here and control that at the end of their turn, which they're obviously doing in the bridge. Guess what? 9 medals. Oh wow, did we ever get pasted? The Japanese, of course, would then get another card, which at this point is not going to matter because it is game over. Alright, back the camera out and wrap up our series. Well, that was something. Commonwealth troops, we ended up taking out 3 of the Japanese infantry, 1 of their armored units, and the Japanese, holy man, did they ever bring it. Bring the pain, and they still had a bunch of troops just in the back. They didn't even move these tanks or the other troops. Wow, they just absolutely steamrolled us. They took out all 4 of our Stuart light tank units, all tanks destroyed, and 4 of our infantry, and even captured, held onto the bridge for a temporary medal for them. Wow, we got pasted. That's 9-4. Yikes. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, descriptions, and likes. This was Payagyi, Burma, a pre-printed map that came with Through Desert and Jungle, or Through Jungle and Desert map pack, which came out, God, I don't know when, 2009, a while ago, quite a while ago. And you can still get the stuff at relatively okay prices. If you look around, there's still a lot of this is still available. And with the refresh coming out, I'm kind of thinking they might reprint some of the expansions that are much harder to get. So thanks so much. Not sure what I'm doing next. I hope you join me. It'll be tomorrow, coming up another complete playthrough series. Hope you enjoyed this one. Yeah, I did mess up the Japanese don't retreat rule, but wow. Even at them retreating mistakenly, they absolutely just swamped our Commonwealth troops and won this battle. Alright, thanks so much. Hope you join me tomorrow for another complete playthrough series.